So, is it accurate to say that you would need a judge to tell you that we have legal custody before you would cooperate?
I
Is
am
that accurate?
cooperating. I'm saying that I've had a judge say I've got custody and I've got an order of that.
But is
Well,
it?
she's saying cooperating for what they're asking you to do.
What are you asking me to do?
Allow a home visit?
When?
It would need to be completed by Tuesday because Cheyenne moved into your house this Tuesday.
There's no
7
way
days.
that can happen. There's other things going on in our lives right now. And this is the first I've heard about a date or anything else. And I still haven't seen anything signed by a judge that said there was a trial placement.
Do you believe we're trying to move forward right now for Cheyenne's best benefit?
I don't think so far you've done anything in Cheyenne's best benefit. And if you can tell me one service you provided to her or...
Without digressing, moving
no,
forward.
Listen,
Okay.
this move forward thing is
Okay.
good.
Mhm.
But past behavior may not be an indicator of what happens in the future. But if you've got 8 months of consistent violation of orders, violation of 7B, violation of civil rights, violation of promises, violation of commitments, violations of standards of conduct, I gotta believe that that will continue. There's not one thing y'all asked me to do that I haven't done. I've done things before I was ever out.
Well, so if they've asked you to allow a home visit, you gonna let them do that?
They're asking me, where did it come from? They're asking me based on an order that doesn't exist. I have a
Well, say
judge's order that sent my daughter home.
Okay.
There is no judge's order that reversed that judge's order.
Yeah, but what you're saying is you've done everything they've asked you to do, but one thing they've asked you to do is allow a home visit, regardless of where it came from. They're asking for it. Will you let them do it?
If I had legal documentation saying that there was a trial placement that overrode the other one, certainly I would.
But that's one
But
thing.
there isn't one.
But you understand that's one thing they've asked you to do. So
They're asking me to violate myself. You understand?
I know.
And if they had this great concern about Cheyenne, then certainly they wouldn't have waited over 70 days when she was where they could get to her. And a few more days I wouldn't think was going to be a big deal because these are the same people that kept her out of school for 14 days straight.
Would you
After
sign?
they took her on March 7th and never applied for the transcripts until the 18th, 11 days later, and had no concern.
Would you
for
sign
her
the service?
education
Would you
throughout
sign
whole
the service
process.
agreement?
What service agreement? Nobody's ever, there's a thing written up here, and it was already predetermined. I was not involved in it. There was never a pick before it. It was based on new things because they had to do the new things so that they could get UNC to fund Matala because it already ran out of them because there have been so many CACs and AX, which I now have, that were inconclusive, nothing there.
So are
And
you willing
everything
to
else
sign the
in there
one?
has just been straightforward lies.
But are you willing to sign the plan that the department
I don't
came
see
together?
it. Will you sign the one I got underneath this? I can't tell you what's under there. But would you guys put a signature to this?
It was the one that we came up with the last CFT
And it was
yesterday.
provided
to your
Bradshaw
attorney.
was
There
present
was,
and Mr. King was.
there was
present.
these recommendations of a whole bunch of things there, and it was told by Ms. Worley, correct me if I'm wrong, that these were recommendations, but not necessarily carved in stone. And at that time, I said, we're going to court, and anything a judge tells me to do, I'll do. And we went to court, and the judge said, bring in a letter from them, and Cheyenne goes home. Yes or no? Yes or no?
I think the CFT was after that was
No.
stated by Judge Hardison.
The
You had
CFT
stated that you had taken a letter at the last CFT.
I
Mr.
did.
Davis.
I did. I had taken the first letter. They took, guardian ad litem said, how do we know it's really real? And it's on Commonwealth Health. So Judge Stevens went back. Mr. Bradshaw actually drafted it. They agreed to it. Now they don't like it.
No, wait, it's not that they don't like it. The Cheyenne's home.
Yeah. That's it. My stance is that's it.
Okay. So I think you're not going to do anything else that they ask you to do until a judge tells you to do it. Is that your position?
My opinion is, legally, I had the right for my daughter to come home, and you had an affirmative duty to return her home. To return Cheyenne Davis, the word return means to restore to its original condition.
Yeah, but regardless of that, they still want you to work on certain things. Are you willing to do that without a court addressing that specifically? Or
If
do
there
you
were
want-
simple things that weren't intrusive and that they weren't gonna further destroy Cheyenne's mental capacity, you guys have put her through a lot, whether you know it or not. You caused her to have trust issues, authority figure issues, because no one has been consistent. Her father has been. No one has taken her to everything she needs. No one explains to her why. They just say, because I told you to. No one has given her any reason to trust them here. If you do not see that, I don't know how to make you see that. And no one here can tell me one good thing they've done for Cheyenne in 8 months, can you?